Okay, it's happened to all of us photographers at some stage or another where we, let's say, lose our mojo, like getting up for a sunrise photography shoot. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your photography mojo back and how to keep it. Losing your photography motivation. It's actually happened to me a few times. Maybe I was traveling for ages and I had my camera in my hands every single day, and when I got back, the last thing I wanted to do was take my camera out. Or I was just creatively burnt out in my mind and I was just not in the zone when it came to taking photographs. So what do you do to actually fix that? Well, this is what I do. First things first, the one thing you should not do is store your camera in a cupboard. As the old saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. Once you put that camera away and close that cupboard door, I can pretty much guarantee you'll forget it's even there. To begin with, you need to place your camera or cameras where they can be seen regularly and easily. Okay, so that's a very good start. Your camera is out where you can see it. But now, let's step it up a notch. Next, you need to have your camera in your hands or sitting next to you as much as you can. Even sitting around your house, watching TV, laying in bed, or outside on your balcony or entertainment area. Start playing with some settings you're unfamiliar with and never used before, or think about a type of photography you'd like to do and how you'd theoretically set the camera up in terms of ISO, shutter speed, aperture, maybe even the type of lens you'd like to use. Now, stay with me here. There is a little bit of a method behind the madness in doing this. This technique on having your camera constantly with you or in sight is based upon the famous Pavlov's dog theory. And if you don't know what that is, maybe go and give Google a bit of a check out. But in short, scientist Ivan Pavlov conditioned dogs to salivate upon the ringing of a bell after repeatedly feeding them food at the same time. Soon after, he could ring the bell and the dogs would salivate even without receiving food. By continually having the camera in your hand or even while sitting around your home, you're in effect actually conditioning yourself to the feeling of it being always with you or near you. So when the camera isn't with you, something just doesn't feel right. Another thing you can do is watch YouTube photography videos to get inspired by other photographers' adventures. You might see some form of photography you'd like to have a go at, or a location you want to photograph too. Okay, back to my story. So recently I was in a photography lull. Let's call it a photography lull for a while. And what happened was I was walking past my studio here and I looked in and I could see my Z7 sitting there and I thought, you know what? I haven't used that Z7 for a while. So I picked it up off the shelf and started fiddling with different settings while sitting around my home. I was playing with different focus modes, video settings, and I really wanted to try something different with the white balance and also experiment with the dynamic AF focus mode when doing bird photography. So after sowing these seeds in my mind about what this different setting or settings would do, that motivated me to take the camera out and give it a test run. So I went out to the local nature reserve. Now, you don't have to go very far to do this. You might even have a garden outside and you can try it out there. After doing my test shot successfully, I started trying other things with the camera. I tried some ICM photography for the first time with these long strands of grass, backlit by the sun, to see what patterns I could achieve by panning and tilting the camera with a slow shutter. Then other things started catching my eye and I stumbled upon some beautiful double-barred finches that were feeding on these grass seeds. It was so amazing to witness, and I just kept thinking, thank goodness I bought my camera. It was so hot that day, but I didn't really care. I just wanted to keep shooting with my camera because I was having so much fun with these amazing little birds. In fact, I went back the very next day with my camera looking to photograph them again. Well, don't look now, Adrian, but I think your photography mojo's back. You see, it just takes that little bit of effort of grabbing your camera and going out your front door, thinking that you're going to go and take some test shots. And what happens is that little spark will turn into a raging fire. Very slowly, your motivation will start coming back and you realize what you were missing and you want more. Anyway, guys, I hope this has really helped you out. Never stop creating. Grab your camera, get out that front door, and I'll see you next time.